I say, really, really. What's going on, folks? Shout out to Coins Club before I get started. Keep me laced. Shout out to Coins Club. Follow them at coinsclubcollection.com. First is your boy Tay Wiggs, all the way live from the man cave like none other. Follow me on Twitter at TAE underscore WIGGS for all your latest sports talk. I have 4 games on my schedule last night. We had the Raptors and Pacers, Heat and Hornets, Thunder and Mavericks, Clippers and Blazers. It's always good to get 4 games in a night. And you like, how do you watch all these games if you got to be at work in the morning? I have NBA League Pass. I watch the NBA League Pass. I'm a subscriber for that, so I watch a lot of games on my phone on the replay. So I watch 2 at home, and I'll watch one on my lunch break, and I'll watch one when I come home. So I'm always caught up. So I'll be trying to bite my idea out there, people who are trying to do the sports thing. I love this stuff. I love it. First game we'll talk. That's first game we'll jump in right off back is Pacers and Raptors. When I seen the Pacers took that 2-1 lead, I'm like, oh man, I'm thinking like, all right, they found their mojo. But here come game 4. DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry together shot 8 for 27. DeMar DeRozan was 4 for 15. Kyle Lowry was 4 for 12. And that's unacceptable. Then you had Louis Scola. He played 14 minutes. He was 0 for 5. And he had 1 point. And Terrence Ross, I know you talked to Amber Rose. Like, come on, dog, it's the playoffs, man. And right now, I'm going to call you Terrence Rose. Because right now, you ain't playing like Terrence Ross. You playing like Terrence Rose with 7 points, man. You ain't showed up for these playoffs at all. But I know you showed up to Amber Rose's house. But anyways, let's get back to the Raptors and DeMar DeRozan. The Pacers are daring him to shoot. They leaving him open because he don't have a consistent jumper. Yeah, he might string along 2 or 3 shots in a row. But he's not consistent with that. He's not consistent with his 15-footer. Yeah, we know you can dunk and slash the hole, but it's playoffs. And the regular season is for selling tickets. In the second half of the season, which is the playoffs, is for to get that Larry O'Brien trophy. And right now, they're not looking too well. Indiana's playing with all the momentum and everything. And the Raptors not getting really nothing from the bench this time go around, which is hard to believe. And they lost 103 to 83. They got smoked out of the gym room in Indiana. And I say about that, Paul George only had 19 points. But one guy I do want to give a hand to. You know what? It's 2 guys I want to give a hand applause to. Ian Mahimi with 22 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists from your starting center. Because I think last game, only think he had 7 points. And George Hill, 22 points. Stepped up big. Well, he had two steals, 2 big steals, had about 6 assists. That right there, that gets my approval. That's a hand clap approval right there. And when you got them guys going, that's definitely you get your team to a victory. And one person I was disappointed again is Monte Ellis. 29 minutes, he was 3 for 7 from the field with 7 points. Come on, Monte, baby, I know you do. I know you play better than this, baby. Like, come on, 29 minutes. You only took 7 shots. You only had 7 points. I need to see that old Golden State Warriors, Monte Ellis, slashing through the hole, get to the hole, and make buckets. You know what I'm saying? I need to see him again. Because right now, y'all doing good. Hey, when one person is down, somebody else pick up the slack. And that's what I like about Mahimi and George Hill. Both of them guys combined had 44 points. When you getting that production from your starting point guard and your starting center, that's a hell of a game. That's a good game. And shout out to Solomon Hill. He had 14 points too. That is definitely major. That is definitely major to a victory. From the jump, they came out and put their claws on the Raptors. And the game got a little physical down the stretch in the third quarter. That which the Valanciunas bumped into Paul George, and Then you know Demary Carroll when it come Captain Save a basketball player. And one thing about Paul George, he didn't back down from none of them because he pushed Demary Carroll out the way, Valanciunas, and Patrick Patterson. So I believe the Pacers probably gonna win this series. I would say in six, but it's more looking like a game seven. I would say I won't be surprised if the Pacers to win this game in six. So I'm gonna pick the Pacers to win the next game, and the one after that too. Um, the next game I want to get into is the Miami Heat and the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets came out red hot, blistering. Yeah, you probably like, where you get that Hornets cup from? Shout out to the Charlotte Hornets organization for keeping me late. And one thing I want to say about the Charlotte Hornets, they won 119-96. Routed the Miami Heat. They came out playing defense from beginning to end. And one thing I did like about that game, Kemba Walker kept telling his teammates, be aggressive. Be aggressive. Don't let up. Be aggressive. Keep attacking. Keep attacking. Be aggressive. And when you're doing that, aggressive and attacking, you will be hard to beat. And what I mean by that, Frank Kaminsky had 15 points and 6 rebounds. Kemba Walker had 17 points, 7 assists, and he was 8 from 8 for the free throw line. And one person I do want to give a shout out to, a huge shout out to, and it's Marvin Williams. Because last game he played 32 minutes, 0 points, 0 assists, 0 rebounds, and so on and so on. He was blank across the stat sheet. This guy had 12 points and 14 rebounds. 14 rebounds from your starting small forward is major. Major key. You know Big Al did what he had to do. You know he had to chip in with his 15 points. So you know he's going to make it do. Then another person I want to get a standing ovation too. Yes, Jeremy Lin. Lin Sanity, but I say, yo, when he out there on that court and he giving you 18 points, you getting sprinkled with that Lin sauce. So that Lin sauce is going right now. That wasabi sauce, aka Lin sauce. And they play hard. They play hard from jump ball to the clock set, quadruple zeros. The game ain't over yet. And the Miami Heat. And shout out to my dude Tone. We just talked about this last night. You never give Joe Johnson a shout out because Joe Johnson don't bring it. And yeah, I'm gonna give Joe Johnson a shout out, but it's about to be his shout out gonna be not a shout out. It's more like a shut in. So when I mean by a shut in, 35 minutes, 3 from 11 from the field with 7 points. But the Miami Heat organization paid him a 1-year deal for $24 million. He hasn't showed up in the playoffs yet. I don't even think he scored 10 points in these playoffs yet. Like, come on, Joe Johnson. That's why the Atlanta Hawks traded you away so fast. And the crazy thing about it, like, these teams are paying top dollar for your services, but you were not giving the organization nothing in return with your services. You want to do good in the regular season, but when playoffs come, you shrink, brother. 35 minutes, 7 points, 3 from 11 from the field, man. I don't want to hear talk about ISO Joe, step back Joe. Yeah, he stepped back and all right. He keeps step backing in these stats, and for the Miami Heat to win, you need Joe Johnson to at least give you 14 points for a W. But when you get 7 points of production from Joe Johnson and 3 from 11 from the field, you're not gonna win no games. And Dwayne Wade had 19 points. Well, he had 17 points, but he was 7 for 20 from the field. And that was a terrible shooting display. Like I said, I ain't want to call him Flash just yet. You can't call him Flash, but Hassan Whiteside going to bring it every night with his 13 points, 18 boards, and 4 blocks. And another thing that's wrong with the Miami Heat too, Chris Bosh get well. Now, if Chris Bosh was playing basketball and if he was healthy, that would be a different Miami team because one thing about Hassan Whiteside, he goes for every block. So he's vital to go for the head fake. If you give him the head fake once or twice, 9 times out of 10 he's going to follow you. And that's what the teams are doing. They going straight at him. You got to go straight at Hassan Whiteside, like Kemba Walker and all the other guys are doing. Because he's going to follow you 9 times out of 10 if you're going to get the block. He's going to follow you. So with that being said, the Hornets won their first playoff game since 2012. That's big right there. That's definitely big. So as they get their first win, I'm gonna sip from the Hornets Cup in Buzz City. That's where I'm located, aka the Man Cave. And I got this Hugo in the cup for the Charlotte fans who don't know that. That's Hugo, the B. He stayed with the Jordan 11s on. And series now 1-2. Hornets are down one game. And I'm picking the Hornets to win the game tomorrow night. The tie even the series up 2-2 and go back to Miami trying to win one of Miami. You got to steal one of Miami to come back and close them out. So with that being said, I'm picking the Charlotte Hornets to win Game 4. I want that score gonna probably be, I'm gonna say, both teams score in the low 80s. I say the final score: Hornets 85, Heat 81. And that's my guns, and I'm sticking to it. And I want to jump off to the next game: Thunder and Mavs. Wow, the game was pretty exciting, a little edgy too, right? People throwing elbows, getting ejected. As Kevin Durant, he was 7 for 20 with 19 points. This is the first time he scored under 20 points since November 10th, 2015. So, and they still got the win. Russell Westbrook did what he had to do. He got his 25 points and 15 assists. And hold on, excuse me for a second, guys. I just had to grab something for my next segment. I'm proud to have this. But two people I definitely wanted to give a shout out to. Two people. And he did it again. Dion Waiters. 12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. When I say he did it again, the guy gave somebody 4 straight buckets in a row. Playing not scared, not fearless, just without thinking. And when you playing like that, your game go to a different level. And your teammates love when you play like that. When you got a guy who's sometimes is scared and take shots. I play with a couple of guys like that that's scared to take shots when they open. Man, take this shot. I'd rather for you to miss it wide open than somebody get up on you and miss it, because you be like, man, you be mad. But when you open, man, take them shots. And Dion Waiters is killing. He came right off the bat, say, look, well, I gotta play, man, because Russell Westbrook and Baca and KD, they gonna bring theirs every night. And another person that need to shout out for the Thunder would be Ernest Cantor. 28 points, man. That's huge. Because he was all over Zaza Pachulia. And these guys right here are still going back to game 2, back when KD and all them guys were throwing elbows. See, when you're thinking about what a guy did in the last game, you're not going to win this game because you're thinking about, man, we got to beat them because last game they elbowed us. Don't worry about that, man. That was game so-and-so. You put that in the past. You put that in your rearview mirror. You're supposed to keep driving past that. That was yesterday's paper. That's old news. So you're supposed to think about the current game, what you're thinking about now. And you keep thinking like that, they going to send you home packing. Because right now, Felton did what he had to do. He had 19 points. Dirk had 27 with 8 rebounds. And Wesley Matthews had 19 points. And somebody else got to contribute. Devin George, he had a good last game, but this game he wasn't nowhere to be found. Darren Williams got injured early in the first quarter. I think we still got the hernias going on. This guy's always injured. I don't know why teams will even sign him to these big contracts. I would sign Darren Williams to a 2-year deal worth no more than $5 million. That's all he's worth to me right now. And, I want to give another shout out to this guy because it's going to happen. We have another donut guy out here. Yes, and we are talking about you, Mr. JJ Barea. 27 minutes, 0 from 7 from the field with no points. Why was you out there? Yeah, why was you out there? To do nothing. You played 20-something odd minutes. You was out there 0 for 7 from the field with no points. So the only reason you went out there because you're getting free Kobe's and a nice jersey to put on is NBA socks. Man, sit down. Once I figure out when you play that many minutes and you can't score, man, next man up. Next man up. Because right now, that's not even looking too good, man. Next man up. And they lost 108 to 119. And I'm picking the Thunder to close these guys out back in OKC. The Thunder going to win this game easy, guys. 125 to 84. And the next game, let's jump into the next game. the LA Clippers and the Portland Trailblazers. That score was 88-96, all Blazers. And I'm going to start off with Chris Paul. 26 points, 9 assists. You're going to get that for him almost every night now. He played a little bit more aggressive. And DeAndre Jordan had 11 points, 16 rebounds. But these two guys, I have to do it. I have to do it. These two guys, let's give these guys a shout out, but AKA the shut in. The shout in, shut in, shout in, whatever. JJ Redick. That dude had 5 points, y'all. 2 for 10 from the field. 1 from 4 from the 3-point line. Hey, when it's not working, with them threes, shooters. I know you're a shooter. Try something different. Try about going to the hole for once. JJ, you're gonna be shooting on threes, man. This not Duke. Shoot the 15-footer I have you seen done plenty of times in your career, from college into the NBA. Stop laying on that 3-point island out there. Stop taking that low percentage shot and take the high percentage shot. You're not doing that. Jeff Green, I'm very disappointed in you. The Clippers picked you up in that trade for Lance Stevenson. Right now, the Grizzlies like they benefited more from that trade. Because even though I know they're down 0-3, the Grizzlies, but Lance Stevenson is putting in more production than you are. And I think the Clippers should have kept Lance Stevenson. Because Jeff Green, you're not doing nothing, man. 1 for 5 with 3 points. Man, get out of here, man. You ain't did nothing. Well, now I see why the Thunder got rid of you the fastest they could the first go around when you was there with KD and Russell Westbrook your rookie year. They got you up out of there. Traded you to Boston, and Boston traded you to somebody, and you got traded to somebody else. Teams getting you out of here. You don't bring it every night, bro. You can't bring out of 82 games, you might bring it probably about 12 games out of a season. Yeah, you would score a 45 ball here. Then we won't hear from you another 20 games later. You would score 25. Oh, you see Jeff Green, he scored 35. The next 65 games, Jeff Green only scoring 5 points and 3 points. Get out of here, man. Go to the gym room and get it together. And DeAndre Jordan, work on your free throws. That's all I'm gonna say about you. But you had a nice game, 11 points and 16 rebounds. So I can't argue with you today. But one guy I do want to talk about is the Portland Trailblazers. And a shout out goes to Mason Plumlee. 6 points. Let me finish. Wait, 6 points though. 21 rebounds. 21 boards. And DeAndre Jordan has 16. And DeAndre Jordan is your second lead rebounder in the league. That's your premier rebounder. I don't even think Mason Plumlee is in the top 20 in rebounds. But 21 boards. I'd take 21 boards over 6 points any day with the dub. And he got 6 points. And I almost want to jump down his throat when they said he had 6 points. And I went back and watched the game. I'm just watching this dude collected 21 boards. Yeesh. That's a lot of boards, man. 21 rebounds. Damian Lillard. Love that guy. No homo. I love that guy. He plays basketball with a chip on his shoulder because he went to that small college. Damian Lillard, man. The new Agent Zero. Man, keep doing it, man. 32 points. You tied a playoff career high. And you did that on a sprained ankle. And then you kept playing with that grit and that grind. Non-stop. Yo, Damian Lillard, if you ever watching this, man, follow me on Twitter at TayWiz, TAE_WIGGS, man. Drop a hot 16 for me, man. I know you only do it on Fridays, man. Do it for me, bro. And one person I want to give a shout out to is CJ McCollum. Because, when they give out Most Improved Player Awards, I always smile because I got one of these too. I got me a Most Improved Player. And what CJ McCollum is doing, he's the Robin to Damian Lillard's Batman. He had 27 points in. And what they did was awesome last night. They kept pushing the tempo. They kept playing small ball and making the Clippers run down the floor. And it ain't but so much that you can do with a team playing small ball and at that efficient rate. And with that being said, man, Terry Stotts, that coach of Portland, I could thank you, brother. Because when Damian Lillard team, when them guys left last year and them guys, Robin Lopez, the LaMarcus Aldridge, Wesley Matthews, Nicholas Batum, Aaron LaFallo, Steve Blake. And it's tough because I was like, yo, they not making. They if they do make the playoffs, they might sneak in. They didn't sneak in. They only did they not sneak in. They got into the playoffs as a 6 seed, and they playing their tails off, man. They playing their tails off. So they asked me, who you think will win game number 4? I said that's gonna be a tough one. Now if the Blazers come back with that same enthusiasm and that same tempo of push, who knows what the Portland Trail Blazers are going to do. But if you want to win, you do need another game like that from Mason Plumlee. You do need him to get 6 points and 21 rebounds. With that being said, I'm picking the Clippers to win Game 4 to go take the series 3-1. And keys to success, people, in basketball. If your offense not clicking, you can always rely on defense. You can always get a steal here and there. Because defense to me, even though you don't have to get a steal or a block, if you can get a shot clock violation, that's a point right there in the coach. That's a victory. That's a victory. That's a keeping the team from scoring. So with that being said, there's only one Tay Wiggs out here, and that's me. Follow me on Twitter at Tay Wiggs, TAE_WIGGS, and shout out to my boy Tom with the Coins Club collection. You know what I'm saying? Everybody eats. Hustle to first to hustle. Bam, we out of here.